few weeks back, maybe a month ago, we did a video on how Matt Painter was voted the best X's and O's coach in college basketball via the Candid Coaches poll. Shout out CBS Sports. Um, he beat out Dan Hurley, and he was asked about it yesterday, and of course, like the reasons why everyone in the media and all of the other coaches and everyone loves Matt Painter is because he's just a genuine and humble guy, and his response to being the best X's and O's coach in the country was, yeah, I actually congratulated PJ, which their assistant coach, PJ Thompson, for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure you do, because if you're listening to this, probably a Purdue fan.
Yeah.
He said, PJ is the one who runs the offense. I don't. So I congratulated him on being the best X's and O's coach, which it's just the most paint thing ever. He's just like such a good guy to a fault. Like it's almost like, oh my gosh, like I'm waiting for him to say something that like riles me up or whatever. He's just there's very few coaches who would put their egos to the side and be like, yeah, that's actually all my assistant, and
Mhm.
he gets all the credit for that. So what do you think about this paint quote?
I think Paint is one of the best leaders in sports. I think college basketball coaches in general are the best, maybe not college, but college sports coaches are some of the best leaders possible because you're dealing with kids at the end of the day for the most part, and slightly less talented individuals than at the pro level too, maybe a little bit more than slightly. Whether whether that's coaches or players, because if you really think about it, like whoever's on your coaching staff in college basketball, like if they could be on an NBA coaching staff, they I don't think I'm crazy to say that they would probably do that. And the same goes for the vast majority of players. Like if I mean, there's a talent discrepancy. And I think you have to offset that by being an amazing leader. And Payne is just showing that ability to lead men like forward ultimately. And I think he's just spectacular at what he does, man. And he deserves all the credit in the world, and he's going to deflect it, which makes you want to give him more credit, by the way. So it's sneaky, just a way for him to continue to get more of like what he's looking for. And I just going to be more impressed with Payne. I think he's a not just a phenomenal basketball coach, but an amazing individual as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you hear like this is why we just talked about it in the other video, like he does recruit the way he recruits and he builds rosters the way he builds rosters because Paint wants guys that fit that same mold. Like he doesn't want a head case even if they're like insanely talented. He wants this team camaraderie environment. I mean, Izzo said it like a couple weeks ago about how like Matt Painter's the best coach in the Big Ten, and a big part of that was because of the camaraderie. Like it's like he just knows how to lead people. Like you said, I mean, I'm not going to throw out any names, but I can name at least like 10 coaches off the top of my head that if they were asked this same question and they did not draw up the plays, would 100% like just go with it.
Right.
Like and that just shows he knows what his team is. He knows the type of leadership his team needs. And ultimately, these type of quotes are why how many units we got on them, Dion? Yeah.
3 units. 3 units. A lot
Three.
of people forget that. Honestly, that's not true anymore. I feel like it's become
It's become pretty well
it's
known.
become pretty well known. I feel like people are reminding me that I have 3 units on Purdue now, which is kind of sick. So I can't say a lot of people forget that anymore. I feel like that's become like a little bit of the mantra on the channel. Have I like been the first one on the channel to kind of crack the Purdue fan code a little bit?
It's very possible. I mean,
Outside of G and Card, of course. I mean, that's can't count them in that statement.
Dion, you okay? You look a little sweaty.
So every August, September, my air conditioning breaks, and there's just nothing I can do about it.
Dude, that's tough. Out in California too? Like, I mean, what is it, like 80 degrees still there today?
Today's gonna be like 85, 90, but like peak summer it gets like 110. My AC just doesn't ever hold up.
I mean, it sounds like it's a bummer that you can't take advantage of Duncan Mechanical Solutions because Duncan Mechanical Solutions is an HVAC company based in Angola, servicing the tri-state area, bringing commercial quality to the residential world with excellent customer service. You heard us talk about Duncan Mechanical last summer. If you need heating or air conditioning, kitchen or bath remodeling, or all of the above, Duncan Mechanical is the place to go in the Midwest. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to take advantage and make sure you don't wind up like Dion.
Yeah, but see, even that, like their relationship with the Purdue fan base ebbs and flows so much. I feel like you've really figured out the way.
Yeah, you just become a fan too.
Yeah, it's like you're a Boilermaker. And now that you're a
Those are my
like
Boilermakers this year. I snuck in multiple videos yesterday. My big three. Like that's my big three this year. Fletch, TK. Gotta call him TK. Paint call him TK. We call him TK. Simple as that. And then obviously Brayton, the best player in the country. That's my big three.
I mean, I can't name anyone that wouldn't want that to be their big three, to be honest with you. Like
Riley.
yeah. See, and he wants it. He just can't he can't rep it because I'm in the same boat. I'm like, man, I wish that I had a big three and a humble coach and it's just it honestly like when you think about it, man, it's so disappointing because it's like a perfect little world over there at Purdue right now, and obviously games haven't started yet, so we don't know exactly what's going to unfold. But I mean, gosh, this is just big, and I think that also this could be a little bit of Painter being like obviously I don't think he'd handle it in the same way that like a Bennett handled it or a Bruce Pearl handled it. But this could be a little bit of I kind of want PJ to be my guy. Like that's my guy.
I think what's interesting about the PJ stuff, um, and this is probably the one thing Purdue fans and myself have like disagreed on this offseason. If PJ is the next coach, I think that is more of a single that like Paint might not be here for that long. Um, because I think the longer Paint's here, the likelier it is PJ takes another gig. Now, that's not to say PJ wouldn't leave that gig to come back to Purdue, of course. I don't know. But I do believe that the longer Paint's there, the more likely it is PJ like takes another gig at some point. And I've been on the side of like, if Purdue wins a natty, maybe Paint has, 5 or so years left doing this. And Purdue fans have told me, and I will say this, Paint, brother, you look a little older than you are. And I mean that complimentary, because like I thought you were older than you are, and you might have another 20 years doing this as my coach, mind you, as my coach. So Purdue fans might be right. And if Paint does coach into his late 60s, 70s, I don't think PJ is just gonna stay there for the next 15 or so years and wait on it. He might come back, but I do think there will be a gig in between.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just all around, man, like good on Paint. I mean, he just seems like a genuine dude. It pretty much impossible to dislike the guy. And yeah, if PJ is drawing up the plays, the X's and O's, congrats to him as well because Paint's right. He's the best X's and O's coach in the country.